Hey everyone, my name's Evil Spirit, and welcome back to season 3. We're now in
Oh
season
yeah,
3. Welcome to season 3.
we're now not only in season 3. This is the first ever episode we are recording the year 2026.
Yeah, we got around to recording in 2026, big 2026. I'm sick. I spent my New Year's lying in on my couch, coughing and dying. Um, because we planned to do an episode before Sir left, and then Sir left to go see his family for Christmas. Also, I'm here with RoxyReviews and Sirplayalot. If you don't know this already, come on, guys, we have 3 seasons. We're now starting our 3rd season. So, how are you two today?
This is a decent first day of the year.
I
Roxy?
played Parappa the Rapper for the first time, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
glad to have my Charlie plush with me,
Yeah.
as it didn't arrive on Christmas Day, so it had to be delivered to my place.
I hope Captain Rainbow comes in soon.
Either didn't arrive initially, or someone porch robbed it, or
I see.
porch pirated it.
I see.
Sir finally met his idol.
Yo.
What do you mean?
Charlie.
I don't really. That wasn't really funny. Anyway,
And yeah, by the time you're probably watching this, that Stranger Things 5 has already premiered. It literally premiered. Didn't it premiere yesterday? Or like the day?
yes,
it
and I
premiered on
watched.
New Year's.
It was
New
incredible.
Year's
And
Eve.
perfect finale to the
I
series.
couldn't see. Unfortunately couldn't see it yet since I had to fly out back to my home place
Charlie
while it was
Morningstar
premiering. What?
Charlie Morningstar got in the way. She stopped you from watching the finale.
No, she didn't stop me. I had to fly back to my home and back to my apartment
Mm-hmm.
for while it's going on. Shut the fuck up.
What's wrong? Someone.
I just heard a mm-hmm.
Oh no! I was
It was
just
like, anyway,
I was just agreeing. I was just agreeing with you. Sorry.
anyways, while we're on the intro, you wanna shall we
Yes.
first get into what makes season 3 so special?
We are starting from the bottom.
As it was
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
bottom going up. Specifically by my design, it was we start off in the dumps and then go upwards and upwards to the ultimate beacon of
Positivity.
light and positivity.
Yeah.
Hence why this season is now officially named The Ascension of Happiness. Or
Yeah.
yeah, that
what we
works.
went with. Or you went with. Yeah. And because we have a whole lot of 3 eccentric things, including but not limited to X-Men, Stranger Things, Rick and Morty, the FNAF, whatever shit that we decide to do, and
Shrek.
Security breach.
And didn't we do another sequel? I don't know. Well, anyhow. Oh, and Crash Bandicoot. I was trying to remember what was the third one. Oh, and I guess
Speaking of Stranger Things, how are we feeling right now?
Oh, yes. Today's episode we are talking about Stranger Things, the 3rd season of the American science fiction horror drama television series Stranger Things, marketed as Stranger Things 3, was released worldwide on the streaming service Netflix on July 4th, 2019. The series was created by the Duffer Brothers, who also serve as executive producer along with Sean Levy, Dan Cohen, and Ian Patterson?
Ian Patterson.
Ian Patterson. So, yeah, so if you didn't notice, season 2 did not have a Stranger Things episode. And well,
We did all the way back in season 1.
yeah, so if you want to hear our opinions on that, we got 2 episodes. If you're trying to get caught up on Stranger Things and you want to hear our thoughts, you got 2 hour-long episodes to listen to before this, so go ahead and enjoy that. God, it's been so long. When was like the last Netflix thing we talked about? Wasn't it K-pop Demon Hunters? Like, I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
I was gonna say War of the Worlds, but
But
that
before anybody asked, okay, well, actually, nobody would ever ask this because nobody remembers that it existed. I was gonna say before anybody asks, I don't think any of us are interested in talking about the Cuphead show, but like nobody would ask because who the fuck remembers that even happened?
Unlike most of the shows that we've talked about, we're keeping what? The only other shows that we have talked about was Family Guy and Rick and Morty, and we plan to do Rick and Morty at some point. So, you know, I guess stay tuned for those 2 episodes when we eventually get to them. But Family Guy will never get another episode, right? Like, we agreed that we're never doing a Family Guy season 2.
I don't think we're ever gonna do Family Guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like, unless we all we'd all have to agree in advance
yeah.
to do another Family Guy episode.
All right.
I would like to
yeah.
I mean, way longer than the first one.
Yeah. Well, let me save the game. I am playing.
That's the thing. I try to avoid doing episodes on TV shows because I don't want to take up that much of your time. Same with video games, where I don't want to force you guys to spend money on something.
You forget, Roxy.
Just for this pod.
You forget, Roxy. I own a game store, so I basically own the equivalent of a game store.
I don't think you've ever said that.
I
Would I know that?
Have you seen my game collection? I literally read off the number that I had typed out, and that wasn't everything.
Yeah, but that's not. Why would I have any reason to think that you own a store because of that?
Well, because of how many games I own. That was the joke! Flew right over your head like an airplane. Okay, well, would anybody like to kind of, recap? Wait, fucking, you bastard. Can you just not be like a normal thing? Oh my god. Sorry, technical difficulties here, folks, down at fucking headquarters. Does anybody want to start?
Already recap.
Yeah, recap what happened.
Already recapped season 1. I'll recap season 2.
Roxy,
if you want me to.
Yeah, Roxy, you recap season 1. Sir, you recap season 2. Please.
Alright. Give us the Cliff Notes version.
Yep.
His friends, family members, and other people throughout the town who end up getting involved in this try to figure out what happened and end up uncovering a giant conspiracy about children being experimented on. And one of them with superpowers befriends the main group of kids and seemingly sacrifices herself to destroy the big monster that's been running around killing people.
The big monster being the
and then Will, the kid who went missing, gets rescued and then throws up a slug into a bathroom sink and
sets up for season. Yep, sets up for season 2.
Set up for season 2. So nearly a year later, it's now Halloween, and the pumpkins have started to rot, which Hopper investigates. Joyce is in a relationship with Bob, the superhero.
I don't think I ever mentioned the characters' names other than Will.
Okay, and they try to help out Will, who's been supposedly having PTSD, but really he's phasing in and out of the Upside Down, which tries to confront his fear of it, only for, it's real, and the Mind Flayer possesses him. He starts acting weird. Eleven meets her sister.
Yep.
People die in the lab. including Bob, sadly, because he was an idiot and just stood there.
And that's the start of a Stranger Things tradition, introducing a character clearly intended to be the fan favorite for that season and then killing him off in that same season.
Doesn't that literally happen to someone in season 4? That happens.
Yes, that
Yeah.
happens in season
That's
3
the
as
guy
well
who plays Metallica,
with
guys. That's the guy who plays Metallica.
And it also happens in
Everybody
season
start
4.
clapping. Everybody.
Yeah, also, we get-
Oh my god, he played.
Okay,
Let's see.
you know what? Here's a very minor spoiler. That doesn't happen in season 5, but I'm pretty sure the only reason why is because the character introduced to clearly be the fan favorite in season 5 is a literal child. So they probably figured, hey, let's not have this like 10-year-old die for the sake of shock.
Be a little fucked up.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the recap. Nancy and Jonathan figure out relationship issues while exposing the lab, albeit watering down the truth.
Oh, and then Steve,
yeah,
and also in season 2,
the gate closes. The demo dogs are a thing.
Steve
Everyone lives
literally
happy.
goes from being the worst main character in the show in season 1 to being the best main character in the show.
Yeah, Steve. And one of the few redeeming elements of season 3.
Oh yeah, and also Steve, Dustin, and Robin, who's introduced in season 3, are the highlights of this season. But unfortunately, they're teamed up with Lucas's sister Erica. So
shall we get into season 3 now?
So okay, you know what's weird? I always thought like it was kind of weird how they titled it like a movie title. Like Stranger Things season 3 is entitled season 3 in some promotional shit. It's like Stranger Things 3, Stranger Things 4,
I've also always thought that was weird. It's especially odd because the series actually did end with a movie. But
yeah, which is wasn't there like a whole issue with that with the Duffer Brothers wanting to make a movie, then Netflix telling them that they can't make a movie because they wanted it in theaters.
I think that's like, yeah, I think I remember that being a thing like when they were trying to pitch the show around to people, they were like wanted it to be like a movie, but executives kept telling them no because of too many plot points they were trying to develop at once.
No, making it a TV show was the right decision, but ending it with a movie was also the right decision. So they ended up getting both. So they ended up getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you? Is it like
yeah?
Dune?
It's technically,
or not Dune?
Technically, the movie it ends with is listed as an episode on Netflix, but like it was released in theaters. It's 2 hours long. It's a big.
It has its own page on Letterboxd.
Come on, it's literally on Letterboxd. Just come on, it's a movie.
And you know what my thoughts on the finale would be when I eventually watch it and write my review on it.
Speaking of which, if you haven't followed us on any of our platforms, do that. Because if you want to know our opinions a little bit ahead of time, or at the very least get a feel, if you follow me on Backlog, you'll probably know what game we're going to be playing next. I would at least assume that would be the case. Because normally I write a backlog
review. If you want to make jokes, you could look at my YouTube channel, but I don't even know if I'd recommend.
And then, sir, if you ever want to see what because you normally review every movie we do, like on Letterboxd the day.
Yeah, normally, not always, but most of the time, yeah.
And then I think I also do that too. Probably less so because man, I don't watch a lot of movies. I think that was pretty obvious when I was like, why do I own Godfather the video game? I never watched Godfather. Anyways, I rewatched.
Godfather's a good movie. We could talk about it.
I would be interested in talking about it. We'll talk about that near the end. Or at the end of the.
We're doing anything to doing everything else to avoid talking Stranger Things 3.
Yeah, let's talk about Stranger Things 3. So, unlike the other 2 seasons, which I thought the first one was good, thought that the second season kind of lost my interest. When I watched this back in like early December, dude, it killed my entire care for this fucking franchise. I genuinely was like, okay.
Understandable. It killed, this season killed my interest in Stranger Things for years, and even after season 4 came out and people said, "Oh, it's really good, it redeems the show," I still didn't want to check it out until my parents forced me to watch season 4, and I was like, "Okay, actually, this does fix everything. I was wrong."
Yeah, when we eventually ever do the season 4 episode, which that will happen, I'm not going to be pulling out of our deal because, guys, come on, this has to be yearly, or not yearly, seasonally. So one thing about this show that kind of got me.
Carol, oh yeah, oh, I was just gonna say, Carolyn and I did agree. Carolyn and I did agree, though, since there's no end in sight for Rick and Morty, we'll only talk about it every other season instead of every
Yeah, so
season in this show.
after season 3, you won't see season 4 and season 4. Just a little heads up.
You'll see season 4 of Rick and Morty discussed, but it'll be in season 5 of this show.
Yeah, it's just it's so then we're not all. It's so that we're not all just trying to watch a show that we know will never have an end. That's kind of why I stopped the idea of the SpongeBob series ranking that we could do eventually. And instead I was like, let's just talk about the
No,
movies. What?
I'd be up for talking about the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob.
But I would.
Anyway, let's actually talk about fucking Stranger Things, which is what
Yay! I hate this season so much.
Let's start with
Okay,
episode 1.
Oh, I was just gonna
Wait,
say.
I thought we were talking about the story.
Weird.
Yep, this is the story. We're gonna
Here's
go
something weird
episode by
about this season,
episode.
though.
You know what? Let's actually write that down. We're going to go episode by episode.
I don't remember it episode by episode because most of the time when I watch Stranger Things, I just watch a lot of it in one sitting and think of it kind of like a really long movie.
Then we'll just talk about it. We'll just talk about it all together. Okay. The story.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie,
Terrible.
guys. My mind kind of
Terrible.
I think the main issue with a show that is this long, if it doesn't hold my interest, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I want to go. Like, especially when you have someone there, and they're like, I'm going to go do this, then you have even less of a reason to continue. I watched all of it, and I was still like, I don't. Oh my god. So, like, it kind of starts in episode 1 with these scientists trying to open another gateway portal to the Upside Down. And then we go another year into Hopkins, a whole year after season 2, just like season 1 to 2.
We're not in
What?
an entire year since season 2 ended in like December 84, and this takes place in the summer of 85.
Yeah, summer of 85. So, guys, canonically,
Which I like that. I initially like the setup. It's nice change of pace at first. I love the summer season, especially since it takes place around 4th of July. Especially love the neon aesthetic of the Starcourt Mall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really fun location to play around in.
If we're getting the few good things about this season out of the way right now, I should mention that I do think that this season inadvertently made the rest of the show better because of the fact that so the Duffer Brothers with season 2 were clearly getting they clearly didn't know how to continue their story, but they had to, or like they were being paid to. So what they did was they just sort of did the story again. Mm-hmm. And then in the case of season and then in the case of season 3, they definitely got content to not try it, because season 3 is a fucking disaster. So what I think happened afterward is that the show was lucky enough to have the season that ended up being really, really bad be season 3 out of 5, so it was right in the middle. Therefore, meaning it had the first 2 seasons to bank off of to keep the audience interested, even though season 3 was terrible. And then that also meant that the show had 2 more seasons to try to redeem itself afterward.
I think that's more of an issue. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I think it's more of an issue because then when you get... Because then if it's like... okay, sir, I know this is going to hurt your feelings. a good comparison is that the Xenoblade franchise. People love 1. I hear mixed opinions about X, but let's not count X for this example. A lot of people don't like 2, like Xenoblade fans. And Xenoblade 3, a lot of people love Xenoblade 3. I mostly hear positive things. But see, that's the problem. When it's smack dab in the middle, it's way more noticeable. Because it's kind of like when you're eating something, and in the middle, it's like gross. It's soggy, it's mushy, nobody likes it. And it's right there in the middle. You have the rest of it to go around that is good, but since it's right in the middle, it kind of ruins the rest of it, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah, no, I get that.
yeah. Like, yes, they could bank off of the goodwill of... It's kind of like... It's kind of the opposite problem of The Dark Knight, because getting to The Dark Knight, you have to watch through Batman Begins, which is a pretty good movie. And then you got The Dark Knight Rises, which is an okay movie. But then you have, like, this perfect standout right in the middle. And it's like, wow, that was great. And then you see it kind of go down. I guess that's also an issue with phases 4 and 3 being bad and good, respectively. Anyways, sorry on that weird tangent.
Yeah,
I just
just
think
what I wanted to say is I think this happened with Rick and Morty season 3 as well, which we'll talk about later. But
yeah, at a later date.
they ended up having a season that was so bad that it forced the writers to think about what they did, and they were like, "Okay, we'll actually try again from this point onward. We'll apologize not by just saying, 'Oh, we did bad.' We'll apologize by actually making the rest of the show good after this point too." Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of more of an issue when you think about it from like a perspective of this game is, or sorry, not this game. Oh my god, this show. Yeah, it gets bad at the very like middle because then it's kind of like sinks all your expectation down. Kind of like when you have like a hole in the blanket. But anyways, like or like a big dipping point in the blanket. Like you can notice the fall off point. Anyways, so yeah, let's continue talking about the show. There's a lot happening, and everybody. Well,
There's a lot happening.
Yeah, we can.
Actually,
What did you say?
like I said, too much happening. If you think that seasons 1 and 2 had too much going on, which I don't think they did, but I would understand somebody who does think that they did.
I think.
Season 3 just goes completely overboard.
Overboard, yeah. You have the stupid forced misunderstanding romance slot. You have Steve and friends going underground. You have Joyce trying to figure out what's wrong with her magnets.
Oh my god, I forgot. You have Hopper being not just character assassinated,
We'll-
but sent
Oh,
to
we'll
We'll
get
talk
to
about it when we
we'll
get to
talk-
characters.
We'll talk about characters
Don't
later
worry,
because
I have things to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, we can talk about characters later, but do
Yeah.
we all at least agree that Hopper gets it the worst
Dude.
out of everyone?
Yeah.
here?
Dude, I can't stand. No disrespect to the actor, I cannot fucking stand this fucking actor. After seeing Thunderbolts, I cannot stand him. I could stand him in season 1 and season 2, but whenever he starts screaming, I just keep picturing Red Guardian and wanting to fucking die. Oh my god, he gets so bad.
That's not even his fault.
It's not! It's
That's
not!
funny.
It's not, but can you see it? Like, with him just screaming, it just keeps, like, in the back of my head, just a fading image of fucking Red Guardian yelling in the desert. Fills my head. I'm just like, oh my god. Anyways. Oh, hi Yin Yang. Anyways, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, also just like
Yeah. And
where
then
do
you
we
have
even start,
the
man?
Russians as the bad guys, since this is again during the Cold War.
Oh yeah, yes.
Why
So
we-
you see, the season
Yeah,
takes
during the
place.
Joyce and Hopper plot, they have this big guy who's clearly an homage to the Terminator trying to hunt them down the entire time.
I am so
The difference is that the
sick.
Terminator was actually a good movie.
The Terminator was actually competent. I need to watch Terminator 1 again, because it's been like a decade. but I always thought Terminator was
I'd
good.
I'd be 100% be up for talking about that movie
At some
on
point.
this show.
I actually own one of the games. Anyways, so,
Anything I forgot or
uh,
Oh yeah. Also, there's the mayor who looks like Joe Biden and apparently let this whole thing happen.
yep. I, the Mind Flayer?
And Hopper literally almost cuts his
yeah,
finger
and the
off
mind
in one
flare. There's
scene.
the actual main, which to be fair is really does have a cool concept with the whole invasion of the body snatchers, except more graphic. And his
It just
design is
does it
sick
just
as hell.
doesn't fit with the whole fit with what we already know about the mind flare though, that it can apparently defy biology by grinding up people into a vat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, Mind Flayer. They do.
something I didn't get until like recently is like I didn't know people saw Stranger Things 3 as like the silly one, which I didn't know until weirdly enough Doug's first viewing of Wonder Woman 84, where he's like, "This is like Stranger Things season 3 if it was even sillier." I was like, "It was meant to be silly, huh?"
Stranger Things 3. I mean, Doug Law, he was right there. He was right in that instance.
Man, he's
But he
finally
is wrong
right.
about Pokemon, of course.
A broken clock is right twice a day, as they say.
But guys, he made the wall. He made the wall. He made the wall.
Oh God. When are we, okay, I keep saying it as a joke, but I don't think we're ever gonna actually do an episode on the Nostalgia Critic.
We should just review the actual Pink Floyd The Wall album instead.
I actually had plans to do a Beatles album if we ever thought that was a good idea. I was thinking we do Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. I think that'd be interesting, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, I noticed some of the sillier things with season 3, especially with how the tone shifts, especially during that last episode with the scene I used to
Oh
like for some reason.
no!
Why did
Oh,
I like that scene? I don't get it. It's because I
my,
thought
my
everything else was disappointing. I wanted something to latch onto. Is
I
that
think it's
why?
literally just I think it's literally
Because
just that when this show was coming out, we were children, so we saw that scene and thought, haha, it's funny, and then
I
we
was
didn't think about the fact that it
well,
completely ruins the
well, you
tone.
were children. I was 18 when
Oh yeah, that's
season
right.
3
You're
came
you're
out.
you're like you're like a Greek god compared to us.
Along came Zeus! And then fucking the Vulture Culture podcast began. Oh, man.
Just me. But yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, even back when I first watched it, I just felt like this is before I became a movie or media critic, even back then, I just felt like something was off. I
No,
could
I
sense
agree.
it right away from. I think this is the first time I've ever been disappointed with the season of television.
Same. Also, I think my audio cut out because of my Wi-Fi, but I said when we do the Disney Renaissance ranking, can we just put a picture of Zeus in the thumbnail instead of Sir and change the colors of like his beard and hair?
Actually, that would be a fun idea if we all dressed up as Disney characters for the thumbnail.
Our favorite Disney characters from the Renaissance.
From-
Would that mean I
Yeah.
would have to reverse cross dress because Mulan's my favorite?
Oh no, okay, Caroline.
Wait, reverse cross
I
dress?
wasn't thinking about
think-
favorite characters. I had the horrible thought of, oh no, Caroline's gonna have to be Pocahontas because they're Native American.
That sounds like a great idea. Oh man. So anyway, Stranger Things season 3. Just to get back.
We want so badly to
Oh,
not
trust me,
talk
I'll
about
stay
this.
focused on the characters because I'm going to have things to say
Yeah.
about certain of them.
Do you guys want to just go to the characters? You guys just want to rip these people
Yes.
apart?
Yes. How do we? Okay,
Yeah,
now
yeah, sure. Let's go right
let's
now.
start off with the unharmed ones right away.
Steve,
Just head
Murray, but
down.
like, who cares?
Steve and Dustin, the best characters in this season.
fucking.
Oh yeah, and they also
Even
introduced
Robin,
Robin,
because
who's
I
actually
like
a good
Robin
addition to
here.
the cast.
She's a great new addition to the cast.
Dude, hold on. Was it Dustin that I was thinking of at one point? I made like a joke about Dustin pissing me off. Uh, Dustin. Why did I? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, no, this isn't who I was thinking of. Yeah, dude, Dustin's always a vibe. Honestly, every time when he's on screen, I'm
Yeah,
always happy. Dustin makes
Dustin
me
and
happy.
Steve are definitely the best characters in this season, and I find that so funny. That like Steve is the best character in the show
But like
at
he
this point
starts off
because
so bad.
yeah, he was literally the worst character in the first season.
Oh, good. It's kind of like with, honestly, here's a good example. It's kind of like how in Xenoblade, how I thought Ricky was annoying, but like later on in the game, I was like, oh, dude, Ricky's like the fucking best guy ever. I don't use him that much, but every time when he talks in the cutscene, I always have to smile. Like, that's what's so cool about
Yeah,
it.
Like how when I played
my friend had a
Vulture
similar
for the first
experience
time-
to, weirdly enough, Tora and Xenoblade 2. Like, she thought he was annoying at first, but then appreciated him more as she went on in the game.
How are you enjoying?
Or like how when I played Deltarune for the first time, I was just anytime Tenna was on screen, I was just like, "Can somebody kill this guy already?" And now he's I'm giving him my best villain of the year award.
Yeah, and
Oh, God.
weirdly enough, okay, one more example, but Panther is going to appreciate this. It's kind of like when I first watched Danganronpa Tetro Pink. I really hated Tomba at first, but then I don't know, chapter 2 made her a lot more tolerable character, to the point where, hey, I actually like you.
Okay, anyway, so
I wanted to say one thing.
Steve
real
and
quick.
Dustin are
Sorry.
unsurprisingly great. Robin is also great. Unfortunately, Erica is with them for most of this, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Erica's annoying.
She is.
Yeah. I did like how they figured out the code through the merry-go-round. Thought that was neat.
Yeah. That was like the one small thing, but everything else, I just found her really annoying from what I can remember of her.
And Lucas was just kind of there.
Oh my god,
well-
fucking what they did with 11 was horrible. I dumped your ass.
I will get to it. I'm going to unleash, but then we have poor Will, who, after getting so much torment and shit through the first 2 seasons, he's just neglected by his friends.
He feels like an afterthought
when
this
Mike-
time around.
Mike told him to grow up in that scene where he just destroys Castle Byers, essentially like tearing down his own childhood. It's just so sad.
Yeah, but I don't know. Will feels like such an afterthought in this season still, somehow.
Yeah. After all this time, he played such a big role in season 1. And then
He was literally the inciting incident of the show.
Yeah, he was. That's why it meant.
Yeah,
like, he
it
was
all
such a big
started
role.
because he went missing.
Yep, and then.
And also because 11 opened the gate accidentally and caused the Demogorgon to kidnap Will.
Yep, and then season 2, we kind of had that whole plot with him getting the visions and stuff, and then continue on that, and then here he's just kind of there, just doing his own thing. Someone who was actually.
He just wants to play D&D with his friends. Damn it! That's all he wanted.
All he wanted to do was play as a mage, and they just couldn't let him do it. Anyways, there is also
Uri at least hating in this season.
What?
The whole love thing that he says is kind of like whatever. He's still relatively okay.
Now, speaking of love, though, let's tear into it.
11.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sir, you're scaring me.
Yeah, there's a good reason.
Sir
It's,
just turns
I
around
like
and
Mike and
smacks
11
me.
together. I was to myself like, oh, I wouldn't go online and say it, mainly because Stranger Things shippers have proven themselves to be scum. But that's besides the point. But anyway, but yeah,
I've literally
like.
seen people who hate the finale of the show just because Will and Mike don't get together, even though Mike was literally already in a relationship.
Just break up with them.
And that's why a semi-ultimate finale's gotten review bombed. That and homophobia. Fuck you, people.
Oh goodness, people.
Anyway,
Guys, Lightyear was years ago. Stop. Okay, continue.
yeah, just stop it.
We should like
Get some help.
kill homophobes. That would be cool.
Don't say
if
that.
we could do that.
We do not wish death upon people. We can't stoop to their level right now.
Oh man.
We can't.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we their level, Roxy.
Keep it professional.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, I liked seeing them together, and then they just had this
Hopper.
forced Hopper. That was the moment that tipped me off that something was wrong. Was seeing him threaten Mike's, stooping down to their level and threatening Mike's life, even though he was just acting prematurely.
Mike.
He didn't have the, for some reason, didn't have the patience to just look. I just want to talk to you. No, he just immediately threatens his life, like
Vanessa in the
fuck,
FNAF
Hopper?
movie.
Yeah. If you do this, I'll murder you.
Yeah, and throughout, I'm just have it in my mind since I watched this with my family. I just had in my mind like, oh, Hopper, what did they do to you, man?
He definitely gets it the worst out of any character in this season.
But we'll save him for last. But back to 11, and Mike, it's so. And then, oh my God, Max! I also hate what they do with Max.
Who could forget the real zinger?
He is such a prick for no reason towards Mike.
Who could forget the real zinger of the female species?
That's stupid. What they see the.
Oh my God! Everybody's getting. Whoa!
I just hate it.
Calm down, everybody. Everybody, calm down, okay?
Hey, the thing that seems like the female species and them farting. Did they get Teen Titans Go writers to work on this shit?
Like how I
something that directly out of that show. You can't tell me.
I just want to say I find it really funny and really telling that I mentioned to Trevor that we were gonna do this when we had him over. I didn't even invite him, but he immediately said, "Oh yeah, I'm not going. I'm not joining you for that." And he was like, "I literally wasn't even inviting you."
You got to escape this. And she's just antagonizing Mike for no reason. It's like she can make her own choices. You know, she's. When has Mike ever been this controlling? It's like, no, he just wants what's best for her. You're the one who's putting too much strain on it and abusing her powers. Like, again, that spying scene. It was like, Max, what is wrong with you?
Jesus, man.
I genuinely, there are very few pieces of media that I think are completely worthless. But Stranger Things Season 3... No, Stranger Things Season 3 isn't even worthless. It's worthless on its own, but in
hindsight, and what they did at the end, at least attempts... Mainly through Season 4, they succeed in fixing Max and everyone else's characters. Here, she's... I have no better way of saying this. She is literally just a bitch. I think Max and Hopper are like the ones that frustrate me the most. Out of
once again, I'd still say Hopper gets it the worst since he literally, considers killing his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But
should we get into Hopper now? Hopper, or they already said what they do to you.
Hopper's a complete psychopath.
Selfish asshole.
And he
who
was
uses
never
his power
like
as
this.
sheriff.
Oh, sorry. The worst he got was saying that one thing to 11.
He gets real hissy-pissy about.
That was a moment of anger.
Yeah, he gets real hissy-pissy that Joyce didn't come with him on the date, and they hold it as a grudge for the rest of the season. up until any. They just argue. Why do you? They fine with them being friends. Why are you trying to force them into a arguing? Who likes relationships where they just argue a lot? Who actually buys into this drama? Who?
Hell of a Boss fans.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Okay, that one's good. I gotta applaud that one. Boss fan.
You liked that.
I'm sorry. Like, I mean, at least like you can say at least.
And he just steals someone's car and interrogates, I think, the mayor or someone. And then he arrests protesters and who weren't doing anything extreme, and then
interrogating somebody and like slamming them against the wall and trying to cut off his finger.
It's like they exaggerated the trait where it's like where he's like on his trailer's just like Hopper on a one-man quest to punch every guard in town. They just exaggerate that to having that be a good chunk of his character in this, aside from being like yelling asshole.
Hopper was a person who would punch people, but he would punch bad people.
Yes.
Yeah, not people who like he was associated with. Golly, dude. Again, as I said, just reminds me of Red Guardian. He goes from Hopper to Red Guardian in like one season. And if you don't know what we think about, if you don't know what we think about Red Guardian, go watch the Thunderbolts episode.
Considering, here's the thing, Caroline, that sentence is gonna age better than you think.
What?
Do you want to know what I mean by that?
What do you mean by that? I need to know.
Spoilers, since the credit scene of this season had a Russian prisoner go like, "Oh, you mean like the American?" Yeah, Hopper's in a Russian prison now.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think I caught that line. So when the teasers for season 4 came around and we saw Hopper being like in a Russian prison, I was like, oh shit, he's alive? It's like,
yeah, I think I got spoiled on that too. Because
honestly, to be fair though, after season 3, not knowing that they would, fix everything in season 4, would you even want him to be alive?
No.
I mean, I don't know how he's alive since the room is shown to evaporate people, even with the hazardous suit, which he did not have on. But hey, I am glad he's alive so that they can fix his character. And they did.
The good thing about season 4 is they at least, because they didn't on things, they at least had the fact that Hopper was alive to help fix his character, even though he obviously shouldn't be, and him being in season 3. It happened in 3, so. But at least it happened in season 3, so I'm not gonna say season 4 pulled it out of its ass when they decided to, when
they at least showed
that he was alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they at least showed it off.
Yeah.
Or like teased it, Anyway, so is there any other character we gotta talk about?
Oh yeah, the Russian guy who likes Woody Woodpecker. He was the fan favorite that they killed off.
It's always
and he did it in front of he died in front of a carnival where the Terminator guy just shoots him. He's like, traitor. And really anyone but Manny sees it. Or his name's Manny, right? Murray. Fuck. What's wrong with me?
That's alright. Do you really want to have headspace for this season?
But then again, I went through 2025. The answer of what's wrong with me should be clear.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, hey, you at least got this out of it. It's about to be our 1 year.
Yeah, at least I survived up till this point.
Yeah, So,
for you to try to make a better me.
so should we move on to the visuals?
Visuals. I mentioned yes, and I'll start us off. I mentioned this briefly, but I generally do love how it's summertime now, and the Starcourt Mall is actually so beautiful. And I used to go to this mall in my hometown, and when I and it's just me appreciating malls because the one in my old hometown is no longer the same as every cool store is just placed with generic clothes store after generic clothes store. Thankfully, the mall in my new hometown is now like this, but I just get reminded because Starcourt is beautiful. I just love Neon's vaporwave aesthetic. It's one of my favorite things ever, honestly.
Uh,
And
one of
it's
the
such a fun set piece to play around in, especially during the finale. It's all torn up and shit.
yeah, yeah, that was also a pretty big plot point, wasn't it? That mall.
Yeah, since that
Because
underground is where the
it's
Russians are holding
so
their portal experiment.
stupid. Literally, the idea is that fucking Joe Biden allowed the Russians to build
The portal.
this thing under the mall, and somehow nobody noticed. I guess.
Well, it was secret.
I mean, I know the idea is that the mall was a front. Like the mall was always meant to be the secret base, but like, come on, that's it, how did nobody notice? Like, and how was
That's
Joe
just there's like
Biden
deep, like
under?
there's a giant elevator, and no one. The only real
How did
indication you
they
notice is
excavate
like
the whole
power
thing?
outages, but even then, they wouldn't immediately link them to Russians.
No, no, but like, how did they even excavate the whole thing?
Hmm?
That's
Because they would say like, "Oh, it's going to be a pool," and then they're like, "Fuck it, it's a mall." There you go. They just fucked everybody over. I don't know, man. This is Stranger Things, dude. Fucking demons come from the sky
This
or
season,
a portal from.
genuinely though, this season is so cartoonishly stupid. Like, sure, the other seasons had unrealistic things. Yeah, I know. Children with psychic powers isn't realistic. Whoa, big shocker. Internal consistency is a thing you should strive for, though. This is jumping the shark.
X-Men has more consistency than this. X-Men.
I would say this is the point of no return, but thankfully season 4 showed that that wasn't actually true.
yes,
Seems like everything.
Because once again, until I was forced to watch season 4, my interest
oh,
in
I
the show
forgot
was
a major
dead.
character. How did I forget? I was so caught up with my anger. We forgot to address Billy. Since he's a minor character in season 2, but he has a much bigger role with being the main puppet of the Mind Flayer.
You know what? I think that's actually an interesting idea. Like taking an already bad guy, taking a pre-established already bad guy and making him a bad and making him work with the villain even if he
Yeah,
doesn't really want to. Like they showed that he at least has some level of care for Max. Like
yeah, and we see
he's still a bad guy.
through 11 entering his mind, he still had. You see why he ended up the way that he did.
Yeah, and obviously that doesn't suddenly absolve him of being a
Yeah, I'm
bad
not saying it doesn't.
because no,
you
I
get
wasn't
an
saying you
idea
were.
where
I'm
he's
just
going
saying
from.
I think it's interesting because the human bad guy in season 4, people the actor for Lucas was actually upset that people were more forgiving to Billy than the villain from season 4 who was more of just a victim of circumstance than anything because he would have just lived a normal life if it wasn't for the supernatural stuff getting involved, but Billy was just like an actual racist and the actor for Lucas got mad that people were more sympathetic towards him than the guy who got screwed over mentally and was deteriorating as the season went on.
Yeah,
Which like yeah, no, totally. I get that.
yeah. And sacrifices were kind of earned, since especially I like it more in like hindsight since for what it leads to into season 4. But here I think it's still pretty decent.
I I was gonna say one thing because I wanted to talk about the set design if that was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think season 2 had the better atmosphere with it being Halloween. Uh, with it being Halloween, while it also being like dead because it's winter. I like
Yeah,
that more.
that totally. I think that's very aesthetically fitting for the show too.
Yeah, because it
The
is darker.
Starcourt Mall definitely is an aesthetic that fits within itself, but it doesn't feel Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's what I was basically trying to get at. It's not awful or anything. It's just something that's one of the one of my favorite things about um I know I keep talking about it, but I've been playing it. Xenoblade. One of the best things about Xenoblades is like its tone never really shifts away unless you go unless you are because yes, I know different seasons will make a place look different, but where you go in the world makes the most sense. Like in that world, the reason or this new place that you're going to, the Hyentia or whatever, like the Mechonis, the Noopon Kingdom, they all have their own certain style, but it meshes well with the world. I don't think that the Starcourt Mall fully meshes very well. I feel like it's a little too bright and in your face, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like bright colors in
Yeah.
general, so it might just be a me thing.
I can understand why the neon vaporwave style is not for everyone, but for me,
It's literally what
it's one
happened
of my favorite
with FNAF
styles
Security
ever.
Breach. It's literally what happened with FNAF Security Breach, where they were trying to have a horror game in a brightly lit mall.
I would say a little less so because at the very least with Stranger Things, it makes a little bit more sense than Security Breach because Security Breach, I
guess Security Breach is trying to throw back to the 80s with this whole
Security
neon.
Breach. That's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Later on.
Whereas this makes total sense since it literally is the 80s.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I just think that season 3. I think that the style just doesn't fully work. I guess it does if you make the basis of it's more wacky and kooky versus dark and serious of the
I
matters
guess
of
it
why
also
season
fits with
1
the
is
more
good.
sunny summertime 4th of July aesthetic as well.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I'm sorry for talking about it. It's just one of those things that I'm not the biggest fan of in comparison to say I just feel like it's always kind of weird when a show drastically jumps from a different style. Cuz season 1 and season 2 were both relatively dark. And it played with the whole theme of it being an unknown area. Hopkins is a low town and there's all this weird shit happening, like Gravity Falls. If that's my problem. I don't like it when something changes fully unless it builds upon the world. Like Shrek, honestly, like Shrek. Like Shrek 2 builds upon the world. Shrek 3, Hogwarts.
We get a high school in Shrek 3. That's it.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I said I keep lagging out. Can you even hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We hear you now.
Okay, what I said was having a change in atmosphere and stuff that is either foreshadowed or meant to highlight a different environment makes sense, but that's not the case here. It's literally the same town.
Quick
Same
question.
time. It still looks spooky with the whole hidden layer of the mind flare. Kind of reminded me of a Resident Evil game to an extent.
Do they know that Resident Evil? Oh yeah, next month I will be playing Resident Evil Requiem when that comes out.
Zombies at that point being controlled by mind flare, which I guess zombies in the hospitals is a thing since we got the infused creepy gems for an episode of Steven Universe where they come to the hospital.
Oh, and
Connie's
Last of Us.
mom was at. I guess.
And Left 4
And
Dead
the last,
1.
there weren't zombies. There's just a bunch of idiot fireflies who think they can make a cure just from their one. We're getting off track.
We need to do an episode
I
on
just
The
got
Last
thinking
of
a
Us.
lot
That would be
with
a
zombies in hospitals. I don't know why.
That would be a pretty cool episode.
Caroline, please don't make me play The Last of Us.
Just the first one. I wouldn't make you play the second one.
Just the first one. Only
Honestly,
play the second one if you hate yourself.
well, I guess I hate myself. I have so been not wanting to play The Last of Us, so maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe I should just put this real quick in the blacklist for later. One of the things I was gonna say though, also, Left 4 Dead 1, you fight zombies in a hospital, Mercy Hospital, in like the first level. It's pretty cool. Or no, the final level of the first world or first area. Anyways, but yeah,
Like obviously there was humor in the first
But say that again.
two
Sorry.
seasons.
You're lagging out of it.
But it goes overboard in this one.
Yeah,
I
it does
said-
go overboard.
I said there was humor in the first two seasons of the show, but it goes
Yeah.
Yeah,
That could
it was
just
a bit overboard with the silliness, especially with that scene. I think we mentioned.
a horror show and started becoming a fucking Looney Tunes episode. Like what is this shit?
FNAF reference, FNAF reference, FNAF reference. Anyways. Sorry.
But at least it doesn't go completely overboard like FNAF did, jumping from FNAF 4 to sister location,
No, you forgot a game. It goes from FNAF
or even jumping
4
from the game to the novels.
from
It's like,
FNAF
what the fuck was that?
to FNAF 4 to FNAF World. Oh my god. You know, it's kind of weird. I feel like I've warmed up to FNAF World just like the tiniest bit. I mean, it's not a good game, but like
Perhaps you treated FNAF World too harshly.
I think after the two FNAF movies and also FNAF Security Breach and then actually beating Sister Location and playing 5 laps at Freddy's, I kind of look at FNAF World and be like, you know what? Maybe you weren't all that bad. You're a bad game, but like you're not like the worst. You didn't ruin FNAF as I thought you did. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic.
The moment-
my god.
The moment you realize it gets so much worse. I've seen people say, I've literally seen people say, guys, Stranger Things season 5 was so bad. The rest of the show was so good. All the other seasons, and I'm like, dude, did we watch the same season 3?
Did we watch?
Also,
Did we
by the way,
watch the
Stranger
same-
Things 5. Also, by the way, the people who say Stranger Things season 5 is bad are either homophobes or shippers who are mad that that's something they gaslit themselves into thinking was going to happen, but was never actually hinted at was going to happen.
What? So like, what's with the whole homophobe? Like, is there like a gay couple in Last of Us or Last? Oh my god,
No, 'cause-
yes, there is. But sorry, continue.
Because Will comes out in an episode, and it's like they didn't properly hint this at all. Yes, they hinted it since the first episode when Joyce was describing Lonnie and how Will was a bit queer, and Lonnie called him a. I can't say it.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
But it rhymes with maggot.
Level 81.
You have my permission to give you my pass temporarily.
No, sir. I think I'm taking.
No,
your
I
comment-
want.
Sir, I think I'm taking your comment from my Xenoblade series to heart because I'm playing Xenoblade X just a little bit, and there's a level 81 fucking beast in the open world. I'm on chapter 3. I'm like,
I told you it's a tradition of the devs.
it's
a
like
troll move.
what a sick joke. Anyway, sorry. Xenoblade episode 1 probably never because Roxy doesn't. Well, we can talk about
there
the
was
first Xenoblade.
there was a mind player. There's a mind player made of human and
Which I mentioned is the cool design, and I like the concept of it. It's just
Yeah.
doesn't make much sense with what we've seen of the Mind Flayer. Like it never,
do that.
well, it did possess Will, but not to this extent.
Sure, it possessed Will, but we didn't have any reason to think it was able to literally like defy biology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At first, it makes like rats explode, and then it causes people to fall over and melt into flesh and bones.
It's really weird, ain't it? It's a little weird bugger.
It's the thing! Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's the thing if it sucked.
Oh, so it'd be the thing.
Don't you mean that,
2011?
Roxy? What you're describing there is just the thing 2011.
Exactly. Why was that like one of the few watch parties I joined in on? Like that was like one of the
That and
ones.
Sausage Party.
Yeah, well, okay, Sausage Party. I was coming home from work, and you guys were like, we're watching Sausage Party." I'm like, "I'm on my way. I'm gonna watch this," and I did. I regretted every second of it. Oh man.
Yeah. Anything? Let's see. Where are we at?
We're still at we're at visuals.
He literally
and
says
theming,
we
so.
had the best.
Do you guys want to talk?
He literally says that they had the best. He literally says that they had the best aisle in the store until it was stolen by crackers.
Brother, this guy.
Oh, Sausage Party. I thought you were talking about that.
All right. So should we talk?
Oh my god.
Congratulations, the one good joke in that movie.
Are you guys ready to talk about season 4? Like what you guys think about it? I have not seen it.
I guess our brief thoughts on season 4, since
And,
we don't know if we're doing another Stranger Things episode.
Not for a
I guess
while.
I'm lagging out.
Yeah, even though
I literally
it's
don't
funny, even though
know.
my original plan for suggesting it was to watch all the 4 seasons before 5 came out. Meanwhile, we're recording season 3 the day after the show ends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's good for people who are binging the show and want to join us for the party.
Yeah.
So.
You'll have someone to talk to.
Yeah, or listen to, I guess.
Even if this is a pre-recorded video.
I have no opinions on season 4. My sister said season 5 was really good and probably her
At the
favorite
same
season.
time, I'm trying to talk.
Oh, sorry, Roxy. Yeah, we just couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. But from what my sister has said, that season 5 is her favorite season of the entire show, and she wants to watch the movie when it comes out with me. So I got 2 more seasons to catch up on. I have no opinions other than I guess the next season will be good, but that I don't know. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be rad, it could be sad. I don't know. It's crazy that they're getting a movie though, honestly. You two have anything you want to say?
And season 4 was pretty good. I have not finished season 5 yet at the time of us recording, but I will not stop gushing about it for the next few days.
Well,
like I did with Bonanza.
Trevor and I basically did that in his server. After.
Yeah, I saw you while I was exiting the airport. I saw those messages.
Meanwhile, I have been dying, and today I watched fucking Rick and Morty season 3. Oh my god, why did I do that to myself?
I'm having the worst day ever.
I am having the worst day ever. I do not feel good at all. Anyways,
Rick and Morty season 3 is bad. It's not on this level of still insulting.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's just get to our ranking.
All right, there you guys have it. Don't ask us about it in the comments.
I'd talk longer, but my computer being so laggy with this shitty Wi-Fi in my parents' house is.
Yeah, we're not all at Roxy's not at their normal location, so sorry if they're laggy. But that's
I don't even have the energy it needs.
I am at my normal location, and I would have recorded this on vacation had I not forgotten to pack up my microphone.
That's not a big deal.
That's why the audio in the winner's poll video sounds so bad on my end.
Yeah, speaking of which, go check that out. I mean, don't actually, because when the time this comes up, it's going to be like months apart. So.
Yeah.
Also during the FNAF movie.
I did like Seaton's bit. A big Sonic Adventure, the only game ever where you can fuck Big the Cat.
It is funny that Alright, that's funny that how everybody did it. I had to get footage of Sonic for
What is
Seaton.
even being
What'd you say? Roxy?
Roxy?
talked about right now happening? What am I missing out on?
We're talking about the winners
But we're
poll on my
talking
YouTube
about-
channel.
We're talking about how Seaton thinks Big the Cat is the sexiest creature alive.
And how Sonic Adventure is the first game you can fuck them in. The second one being it's free
Yeah,
DLC to
you get-
Sonic Cross World Racing.
I mean, I don't blame him with the voice of Duke Nukem, who...
The voice of Duke Nukem.
I'm straight.
Okay. Well, let's get to the ranking. Sir, kick us off.
It does have a handful of good elements, but overall, it's just an actively frustrating experience, and I only will watch it again if I marathon the series again, like what I plan to do with MLP. So 3 out of 10, awful.
All right, Roxy.
Literally, the only good thing about this season is that it made the people working on the show think, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't not try." It's a 1.
2. Boring. Fell asleep. Everybody was so uncharacter-like that it just kind of made me go. Why would
I
keep
guess
watching
I,
this?
gue- I guess I should give it a 2, literally just because of Steve, Dustin, and Robin.
Yeah,
They're the only
good
people who made this tolerable.
Yeah.
They're literally, and keep in mind, this season was so bad it completely killed my interest in the show
It killed
for
mine.
several years.
It killed mine. I will watch season 4 when we get to it. But for now, we're not there yet, and I'm not here to jump
And when I
into
say
it.
it killed my interest in the show for years, keep in mind, Stranger Things is a big thing. It's basically my generation's equivalent of what Star Wars was for Gen Xers, I guess.
I wouldn't say that at all. Star Wars has transcended multiple generations. It would be like our equivalent of what was a big series back in the 90s?
Twilight, no, Twilight was good. Twilight was not good.
Can we pause the recording real quick? I have to
Yeah.
restroom.
All right.
And we are back in this never-ending story.
Yep. Next, I
fuck?
guess the next thing that we'll talk about is next time.
Next time on the Vulture Culture Podcast.
Yep.
We're starting in the gutter, like I said, with the next 5 episodes will be starting with 52. It's X-Men Last Stand and Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. 2 of the worst.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh.
I just want to die.
Everyone cut off for a brief moment.
I just hate X-Men Origins.
Then episode 53.
Luckily,
We have Rick and Morty season 3.
Yep. Yeah. And
When were we? Oh yeah, we're gonna record it soon, I guess.
Probably tomorrow if we got time. Probably.
Yeah. Then episode 54, Shrek the Third.
Which is also already recorded.
I feel bad for Roxy. We did back-to-back episodes of the worst things of some of her favorite shows and movies.
Yeah, but Roxy, when you say that X-Men 3 was surprisingly bad, was like way more shocking to you than anything else?
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, what the fuck?
Peter, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
he also said you
Crack?
didn't realize how much you liked Magneto until you saw him get character assassinated.
Yep. So yeah, you guys gotta go watch that episode when it comes out. Don't keep us waiting.
Just like with episode 55, top 5 worst sequels.
Yay!
Yay.
That's where I review one of the worst
Top
games.
10 worst sequels to Vulture Culture Podcast Season 3.
What is it?
Hey.
Yeah, it starts off extremely bad, but don't worry, it gets better over time.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And by bad, we mean we review bad media first before going to the stuff that makes us the happiest.
Okay, here's a really dumb idea. If we ever end this show, what if the last episode was us talking about doing a review of this show?
Yeah, just like everything.
Yeah, and we reminisce on everything.
Everything we talked
That
about.
would be a
Damn,
fun way to end it.
It's like at that point we're ending the show because we all hate each other at that point. I'm like, Caroline, you fucking suck. I hate you.
Yeah, episode
While
59, that was where the downfall started. Sorry.
And while on the subject,
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is where it all went wrong.
But hey, while we're on the subject of hating each other, last one I'll announce is episode 56, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Yeah, and we are letting Sir be exempt
because you guys are not gonna like Roxy. I see. I get the.
I got my skip game card on this, but that unfortunately means I can't rate it at the end.
No, you can rate it. You can just have to rate it on
Oh,
the
who
story.
cares?
We care.
You're gonna have to rate it on how sexy you find the animatronics because that's the only thing FNAF fans actually care about.
Well,
literally at this point, I'm kind of convinced that the actual quality of the product doesn't matter. It's just how fuckable Scott makes the animatronic designs.
well, not only that,
Am I wrong?
you're not wrong. The last thing that we'll talk about.
Guys, it's Megan Fox. It's Megan Fox.
Oh, we're announcing one more after that?
Wait, is the next one? What's the next one? Music?
Episode 57 is long-awaited punishment for the making the fixed and Thunderbolt steel behind my back. It's music.
Yeah, music.
Isn't music going to be significantly more insulting to you than either of us, though?
Probably. I'm expecting it to giving a low rating, but we'll see just how much they hate it by the
Okay,
end.
the episode I wanted to announce was that we're doing Inhumans. And to this one person who works this one job, I will not say who it
58.
is.
That's the last one.
Okay, so this is the last one. Inhumans. I'm going to tell you this, bud. This is directly to you. You don't even watch this podcast. And if you do, that's actually really fucking hilarious. Hello. I have not played Green Lantern Rise of the Martian Hunters, but I will. But you're going to be so proven wrong. We're going to talk about how awesome the Inhumans are. And we're going to be like, yeah, these guys deserve a movie. So, take that, you zygote. Anyways.
Wait, I'm sorry, Caroline.
What?
Did you just call me Blob?
True. That's a T.
No, because you said Bud in the middle of that sentence.
Oh, yeah. Bud. Did you just call them
That was actually the only thing in it that I heard because of how laggy I am.
Well, okay, we'll end it here. Thank you all for listening and/or watching. And/or. Don't watch and/or. I don't know if it's good or not.
It's Star Wars, so it probably isn't.
Well, you haven't watched Andor. You can't give an opinion on it. You don't watch Star Wars.
I know. I did buy the Phantom Menace video PS1 game though.
It has a PS1 game?
Yeah,
There's a Phantom Menace PS1 game where you're allowed to just massacre the
remember that
NPCs.
Space Hamster reviewed it.
Literally, there's a Phantom Menace PS1 game where you're allowed to just go on a massacre with almost every non-story important NPC even though you're also allowed to kill Anakin's mom.
My God. Isn't he like a teenager?
You know the character whose death sent him off the deep end.
He sets himself off the deep end. Okay.
Whoopee!
I should totally do a review of the Phantom Menace PS1 game.
You should. That'd be really funny if you beat it. Or when you beat it, I guess. Speaking of which, if you want to go see that, if Roxy ever decides to go do that, go check them out on YouTube. Links down below to all their platforms. I am making a Dragon Quest experience video, if you want to see that.
And hopefully by the time this out, I finally finished a year-long project. My top 10 favorite YouTubers.
Yeah. Hopefully when that...
And
Oh, sorry.
if I've run into any problems, I thankfully have Caroline and friends
Yeah.
to help me out.
Yep,
I probably can't help you very well, but okay, thank you.
If you also want...
I mean, yeah.
If you also want to know what we're doing next, you can just subscribe and wait by the community post, or you can join Roxy or Sir's Discord servers down below.
Or you can go back to a few minutes ago where we just said we're doing next.
Yep, you can see what we'll be doing next. Maybe you'll even hear us talking about what we want to do next, which, by the way, I think the next episode we'll be recording is...
Rick and Morty Season 3. It's literally based on the rules of how we're recording this season. That has to be the next one we do.
Yeah. Because in order for the ascension and positive vibes of later to work, we have to sludge through this first.
I guess after that we'll be...
Because it has to work for... In order for it to work on the viewers, it has to work on us as well.
We just have like an episode where we're talking about the most abysmal dog shit, but we're in a good mood because we watched, like, I don't know, fucking
Andor.
the scene.
I don't know, man. I just hear good things about Andor. I haven't seen it, so... Anyways, thanks for listening and or watching. And we'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
I can't make this motherfucking jump.